Welcome back. My name is Jake with Cubflow Prints, and today is day 6 of starting a 3D printing business startup from my home. We have a lot of work to do today, so let's get started. So if you were not here yesterday, to recap, what we did was reorganize and reset these shelves here to accept these A1 combos. We originally had them a little bit too small. We transferred the original 3 that we had set up to this upper portion of this rack here, and we essentially left these P1Ps alone. So for today, my plan is to get these 4 P1Ps together online, set up, as well as these 6 A1 combos. So let's get started. So nothing crazy or different about the setup of these as compared to the other video of us setting these up. Exact same process. These are going to be utilizing the single spool holder on the back. So these should go fairly quickly. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're joining us again from previous videos, thanks for being here. For anyone that is new, my name is Jake. As the intro alluded to, I am the owner of Cubflow Prints, and I'm starting a 3D printing business from the ground up. As you can see in front of me and behind me, there are 3D printers, some set up, some still in the box. Today is day 6, so the first 5 days was the beginning of us unboxing our first printer and getting it set up. The goal of this channel is to document this experience. I've been an entrepreneur my whole life. Most recently, my occupation has pushed me into the construction industry, primarily residential remodeling. I am a licensed builder, so that is essentially what my day-to-day typically is. Now, that being said, I also have an immense amount of experience in e-commerce. Since 2017, I've been a seller on eBay, Amazon, Poshmark, things of that nature. And I have experience with selling items, selling products, and bringing them to market. The point of this series is to document what it takes to start and grow a 3D printing business from the first printer being unboxed through every single step that it takes to get products printed, developed, and onto a marketplace. I have experience with e-commerce, so that side is not too much of a learning curve. I understand the concept of creating products through your own manufacturing process. These printers are essentially workers for me, right? They're workers that I just have to make sure have power, have some type of filament, and have some type of STL file to print. Beyond that, I let them go and I let them work. They'll work 24/7 for me. Now, of course, they're not going to work 24/7, 365 and never have any problems. That's general maintenance and general upkeep. My vehicle needs an oil change every 5,000 miles. That's typical, and that's what I expect. But again, from what I've seen with how these printers have developed and have been brought to the market now with the efficiency compared to when they were first released, it's night and day. There is something here, right? And my point and my hope through this journey is that if you are interested or thought about this, you will see the maximum potential from an endeavor such like this. It's a journey. It's exciting. You're going to get hands-on, day-to-day insight, views. There are things that I'm going to be implementing and processing and doing for the first time, and I'm going to report back in real time. These are recorded the same day and released the same day. We're going to work through this together. I feel and I anticipate that this is only going to be a market that is going to continue to grow. I feel like it will have exponential growth, and I feel like it is a relatively undersaturated market. Depending on what your views are, yes, there is competition. There's competition in everything, but I think as a whole, the true potential of what these printers can produce, the amount they can produce, and at the price that they can produce it, I feel there is tremendous upside. We are going to test that theory, and I hope you guys come along for the journey. So let's get back to getting these printers set up. Again, compared to the A1s, I definitely prefer setting these up. So much quicker. The A1s aren't terrible, but you can really bang some of these out in a matter of no time. And a lot of you guys have been leaving great comments, great questions. And by all means, if you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments. I get to every single question, and I'd be more than happy to answer anything you guys have for me. All right, 3 down, 1 more P1P to go. And like that, all 4 are done. All right, well, let's get this put on the shelf, and then we'll begin on the A1s. And don't get me wrong either, guys. This is definitely something you can do starting out with just 1 printer. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I played around with, one of the drawbacks of this type of manufacturing is there is a considerable amount of time in between print cycles, right? Meaning you're going to get a full build plate, or as much as you can to optimize your printing. You're going to click print, and that print may be 8 hours. It may be 20 hours. Sometimes it'll be a little bit less. I'm sure if you have single color, doesn't require a lot of infill, things of that nature. But as a general rule of thumb, you're multiple hours, depending on what product, right? So, I'm sure there are certain niches or certain products that you really can just optimize print times. What I am anticipating, I'm probably looking around 8 to maybe 16 hours, 14 hours per print. Hopefully I can get, I don't know, maybe 10 or so, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more products per print, per build plate. But again, I've done this before with e-commerce, and I'm trying to cast the widest net that I can, right? I'm trying to put the products that I choose to sell in front of as many people as possible. I've also seen the flip side of that if you get a good product, a popular product, and it sells, the sheer volume and velocity at which certain products can sell. I also didn't want to leave myself in a position where I would, have unfilled demand. There's nothing else quicker that can really just tank you on any of the platforms is to receive an order, have to cancel it, can't fulfill it within time. These platforms want to ensure that you can get the product to the customer as quickly as possible. I mean, look at some of these big retailers, right? Same day delivery, next day delivery. Customers want their products as quickly as possible. And I understand that. So again, it is possible with 1 printer. Absolutely 100%. You can take that, you can scale it, slowly over time, you can build it up. 100% absolutely. And I would recommend it if this is something that you're even considering to dabble around with. Do a bunch of research, and see if it's something that you want to jump into. Again, for me, I wanted to make sure that I at least had the potential capacity to meet a set amount of demand, a reasonable amount of demand that is realistic, giving all of the variables, right? Given the products that anticipate the list, the anticipated velocity at which those should sell. So I decided to base my purchase off of those calculations. But get one printer, print some products, get it online. I've seen how e-commerce can change people's lives, and that's what I'm here to advocate. With me in this channel, there's no paywalls. This is raw, real, unscripted. I have no agenda but to bring this information directly to you. You guys like, you guys subscribe, you're here when I release these videos. That's all I was looking for. I'm looking for an audience who is interested and intrigued enough to come along on this journey, and you're going to get every single thing about this process. All right, let's get these done. Based off of my last calculations, when I was really huffing it, I think it was like 17 minutes per printer. I've got 6, so if I average 20 minutes, I'm looking at 2 hours. So I'm going to get started right now. Through the power of cinema, this goes a lot quicker for you. So congratulations, but I'm going to get started. All right, we are halfway there. It hasn't been too painful. These A1s definitely take a bit more time to put together, but you know, putting the Allen wrench, cutting off the end, putting it inside the drill definitely did save some time. You know, 2 things I would say is, one, like I was saying, I would tighten them by hand so you don't cross thread them at first, and then second, just be careful of over torquing. So you definitely don't want to squeeze the trigger too hard. You want to kind of ease into the end of it, because it will create a bit too much torque and you could break something. So beyond that, it's going pretty smooth, and let's get these last 3 done. Guys, we have made it to the last A1. Can't tell you how happy I am. This one will go pretty smooth. Hopefully, we'll get this put on the wall, and then we'll take a look at everything once it's done. So thanks for coming along today, guys. I reached my goal a couple days ago. I was saying I would hope to be able to have the printers that I'm going to initially start with in this series up together, which I will accomplish today. I'll have basically these 17 ready to go. They still have to be calibrated, turned on, but that really won't take any time once I get that going. So we will reach the goal that I had hoped for, and it'll be off to printing right after that. Alright guys, there it is. Finally, after a few days tweaking and trying to get it right, we now have our beginning of functional and ready printers to begin producing products. So that was definitely an undertaking, especially getting all those done in one day. Again, the P1Ps weren't bad. You know, 6 A1s, it is what it is. I wanted to crunch it out in a short amount of time to still get this video out. Because remember guys, these videos, these daily vlogs, these are done the same day. So I'm recording during the day, getting this content on video, editing it, and getting it out the same day. So you get this in current time. This is a real world perspective, and this is what it takes to start up, operate, and run a 3D printing business. Now we can really get to some of the fun stuff, some of the stuff that isn't so manual, but a very important part of the entire process. So tomorrow we can get these machines calibrated, plugged in, get some filament loaded up, and I'm going to actually send some prints. I'm going to load them onto a micro SD, put them into the printers, and start some prints. And I'm going to basically put a print on every single machine, and we are going to see what comes out. So if you come this far, thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, because you don't want to miss tomorrow. Tomorrow will be day 7 of starting a 3D printing business from my home. All right, guys. Thank you.